Hey, listeners! Before we kick off today's episode, I want to take a moment to highlight our incredible Season 3 sponsor, Viewig Commercial Real Estate. If you're in the market for commercial properties in Central Illinois, look no further than Viewig Commercial Real Estate. With a dedicated team led by Tim Viewig and Cole Babcock, they bring unparalleled expertise and a deep understanding of the local market to meet your commercial real estate needs. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, lease, or invest, Tim and Cole are committed to providing personalized service and guidance every step of the way. Their passion for helping clients navigate the complexities of commercial real estate sets them apart in the industry. So, if you're ready to take your business to the next level or find that perfect commercial space, reach out to Viewig Commercial Real Estate. You can find them on all social media platforms at viewigrealestate.com or give them a call at 217-450-8500. Trust me, you'll be in great hands. And thank you, Tim and Cole, for your unwavering support of our show. If you're looking to refresh your space or tackle that long-awaited project, Clean Cut Painting and Handyman is here to help. Clean Cut specializes in a wide range of services, from stunning interior and exterior painting and small construction projects to room remodels, deck staining, and flooring. They truly have the expertise to transform your home into the beautiful sanctuary you've always dreamed of, or even just take care of the things you have been putting off that need done. And guess what? They have some fantastic promotions running this March. If you book any interior painting project for March or April dates, you'll receive an incredible 15% off. It's a perfect time to give your home a fresh look just in time for spring. If you're thinking of sprucing up the outside of your home, they've got that covered too. You can enjoy 10% off exterior painting projects under $5,000. And if you're planning a larger project, get ready for a jaw-dropping $1,000 off any exterior painting projects over $5,000. So, whether you're looking to enhance your home's curb appeal or make your interior pop, Clean Cut Painting and Handyman is the one to call. Visit their website or give them a call today to take advantage of these amazing offers. Remember, when you choose Clean Cut, you're not just getting a service, you're supporting a company that empowers women in the industry. If you're in the market for custom apparel, look no further than Oakwood Screen Printing. This company specializes in all things apparel, offering high-quality designs on everything from t-shirts to hoodies to hats to bags to jackets to wall art to office swag to mugs to tumblers to, well, you name it, and they customize it. Whether you're promoting your business, celebrating a special event, or just want to express your unique style, Oakwood Screen Printing has you covered. What sets them apart is their attention to detail and commitment to customer satisfaction. They use top-notch materials and the latest printing techniques to ensure your designs look vibrant and last for years to come. For a limited time, if you use promo code BB217 at checkout, you will receive an additional 15% off your order. So, if you want to make a statement with your apparel, reach out to Oakwood Screen Printing today at oakwoodscreenprinting.com. You won't be disappointed. And now let's get into today's conversation.
Welcome back, it's Season 3, Beyond Business, come ride with me. Nick Freno in the house, sharing stories that inspire. From every walk of life, we're lighting that fire. Lessons learned, journeys shared, good vibes and laughs, we're fully prepared. Brought to you by Viewig Real Estate. Let's dive deep, it's gonna be great. From the ups and downs, we rise and grind. Every guest has a tale, every tale is a find. Exploring the wisdom that life has to give. Together we grow, that's how we live. Lessons learned, journeys shared, good vibes and laughs, we're fully prepared. Brought to you by Viewig Real Estate. Let's dive deep, it's gonna be great. So grab a seat, don't miss the ride. Beyond Business with Nick, let's take it in stride. Join the conversation, let's make it last. With stories and insights, we're having a blast.
greetings, everyone, and thank you for joining me for another episode of Beyond Business. Today, my guests that stopped through on a whim as they came through for the Comic Invasion Tour is the show manager and opener and MC, I believe, Dave, and one of the headliners and star of the actual Comic Invasion TV show, Jeff Batts. It was a really cool conversation and sit down. We had a good time. But yeah, here they are. Without further ado, enjoy. Oh yeah, and check out the new mascot. I know.
Yeah, I don't want to squirt it in my fucking mouth. What are you, porn star? Hey, give us the parameters. Do you want us to keep the language under control, or do you want us to let it fly?
What you say is on you.
Yeah.
Right.
You gotta remember
how we've become
famous.
famous.
Okay
Because this one of the agents is trying to pitch me to a TV network, and I would be like the spokesperson for this TV channel.
Right.
Because they want to skew a little younger. Hell, I'm 60. They want to skew younger than 60? But I guess I come across as younger than 60, maybe. I don't know. Because I'm such a fucking idiot.
I mean, yeah.
Well, no, what it is there's have you seen the entertainment, the young entertainment's kind of far.
Yeah, no one watches. Young people don't watch TV, man.
Some good. Well, you're not. What you guys do is not only going to be on TV,
right? No. We're going to be on multiple platforms.
Right.
Yeah. We'll have our social media shit, podcasting, streaming. It'll be it'll be everywhere. Yeah.
Okay, so here's where.
Are we rolling yet?
Yeah, we've been rolling. We're rolling the whole time.
No way.
We're just chatting. So we're just chatting.
When I said he want me to squirt in his mouth, you rolled that?
For sure.
Okay.
We're going to start
Throw
with
that in there.
Yeah.
David Kirk wants me to squirt in his mouth.
Yeah. And for the record, he said, that's not how you do that. He said, you want me to squirt in your mouth?
If you can see this, we got like small and large, bald head, gray beard. What the hell is going on here?
You did not get the memo, bro.
I'm the odd man out.
This is the guy filling in tonight.
Hey, but I'm close, though. My hair is it's thinner than a porno movie
looks
plot.
A hell of a lot better than mine would if I grew mine out.
Thinner than a porno movie plot, right?
Beyond business.
So where are you guys actually from?
I'm actually from Benton, Illinois. He's from Mount.
You guys are from Illinois?
Yeah. I started doing comedy. I started doing stand-up in Orlando, Florida. But I moved back here to raise a family. And Dave is same way. We just met a couple years ago. He sold me a roof.
That's how I got into comedy.
Yeah, and he'll tell the story better than me. Or you want me to tell?
No, I'll tell it way better than you, Jeff.
Yeah.
Oh, you want me to tell
But no, tell them where you're from, though, first.
I'm from Marion, Illinois. So.
Which is...
And you guys do comedy for a living, or this is kind of both? You guys do have full-time jobs plus do comedy?
I've been doing this for 35 years. I took off about 15 years to do restaurant business and raise a family for 20 years, I guess. But now this is my full-time gig, the TV show, the comedy tour. Dave just left his day job to be our tour manager. So he's the tour manager for the tour, and he's also
the TV show like we can watch, or you're talking about the TV show that's it's about to
in the works,
it's happening.
It ran in September.
Okay.
In a test, we had 18 test markets around the country, mainly in the mid, right here in Decatur. I'm pretty sure. Didn't it air in Decatur? I think it aired in Decatur.
So, educate me. How does this work? What do you mean?
Well,
It ran on
so
like a local network.
No, we had it. It was on up in here. I think it was on Cozy, but a lot of towns, a lot of cities, it was on Fox TV. Like it was on. We had Fox and Terre Haute.
And what is it, stand-up or shows?
No, it's a show called Comic Invasion.
Okay.
It's where we have a group of comedians. It was me and two other national touring comedians, right?
Okay.
And we would go into unsuspecting towns.
Okay.
And screw with the locals. Oh. Like we went to Uranus, Missouri. Have you ever heard of Uranus, Missouri?
Yeah. So you're saying Comic Invasion, like comedians were invading
comedians invading. And that's the theme of the show is that we went to Uranus, Missouri and screwed with all the locals, interviewed the mayor. The whole town got on board, and we went to their big export there. Their big business there is the fudge factory. Okay, so we go around all day long and mess with everybody, and then we perform for them that night in like a local theater or someplace.
Were people getting offended?
Oh no.
Okay.
Uranus, they're totally on board with it.
Okay.
But matter of fact, my opening joke was I loved it here in Uranus. I said, went to the fudge factory today. It was kind of weird. Mine had corn in it. I shouldn't have called the guy behind the counter a fudge packer, I guess. I don't know. But that's the kind of stuff.
Right.
And so we film everything. And then it's edited down into 23-minute, TV shows or 23 minutes plus commercials. And we ran in September, we had 20 markets around the country. Louisville, Kansas City. And we ran 4 shows. We ran the whole month of September as a test to see what the TV stations would say about it, what the fans would say, would there be complaints, and the test went really well in September. So we went to the NAPTE convention, which is the National Association of Television Programmers, in Miami. It was a month ago today. I was there in Miami, and we landed some offers, and we got 2 agents out of the deal. So
nice.
We have 2 agents in New York and Hollywood agents that are pitching our show in the weeks to come here in the next 10 days to about 20 different television networks.
Oh, heck yeah.
So in September, we were on Fox in this town, we were on ABC in this town, CBS, like 11 o'clock at night, midnight.
And what the goal is what? To have someone say, we want to buy this show?
But what our goal is with these agents, they're pitching us to the network. Like, they're not pitching us to the local station. They're pitching us to the headquarters.
Right.
Like, they're going to Comedy Central, like the head of programming, going, look at this show. Tell us what you think, and it could be on. We could end up on A&E. We could end up on CMT. There's a lot of different places.
Is it the same thing to where? Is it also where Hulu could buy it?
Well, we'll probably stream on. That's a streaming platform.
Okay, I didn't know if it was for sale. It's for sale.
Well, no, it'll be okay. So if Comedy Central or somebody like that, which would be awesome. Not saying that's going to happen, but if they were to snatch it up and say they wanted it, they would probably have the exclusive rights to it. For so many years.
Didn't they just change owners? Didn't someone finally buy it?
I don't know.
I feel like recently someone bought it and there's like some hope for that station.
I don't know, but we've
used
got...
to be the shit. They used to be where it was at. Yeah.
Well, see,
then it went away.
Originally, it was the Comedy Channel and the Ha Network.
Yeah.
There was 2 comedy channels back in the late 80s, early 90s, right? And I was in Orlando at the time, and I had a TV show that I created. It was called Don't Quit Your Day Job. Right. And we got down to the final in the process we almost got picked up by, I think it was the Ha channel at the time. There was Ha and there was Comedy Channel. They merged to become Comedy Central.
Oh.
Yeah.
Comedy Central
they were the big thing.
They did big things.
Yeah, and they're not doing as much anymore. They're real cheap, and
I
shouldn't be saying that on the podcast, but
I'm telling you, I want to say
get on them cheap bastards.
Well, remember, because they hosted. That's who created the roasts for years, and I want to say, I heard. Somebody big recently purchased that network.
You're probably right.
Really recently, to where it was
there's a lot of that changing. Discovery.
It needed to happen.
Yeah, Discovery bought. It's a weird dynamic. That's above my pay grade.
It created a lot of people who are now doing really well. So it only would make sense for someone to go.
When we were at the NAPTE convention, we had a booth set up there, and when people would come by to talk to us, I would say, we're homeless. We're looking for a home.
Right.
Because we don't want to be on different stations in every market. We want to be on the same network.
Right.
We want to be on
where you're at.
We want to be on the CW or wherever we are in every market in America. There's 205 markets in America. Decatur's a market. I know we were on in Decatur in September, but I think we might have been on like Cozy, which is like a cable channel.
Okay.
But like over in Terre Haute, we were on Fox at like 9:30 on Sunday nights. We're on Fox. In Louisville, we were on the CW at 11 o'clock right after the news. So
that's solid too.
Yeah. In Memphis, we were on between.
So what, now you just wait to hear?
We wait, like I said, I'm working with these 2 agents while we're out here doing this tour. He's been with me. I've been talking to them, and we're getting everything ready for a pitch. They're going to be sending our marketing materials, pictures of our tour van, and sample videos of our show. Yeah. And they'll be sending those out to, I think each agent's got like 10 or 15 stations they're going to be sending it to, networks, cable channels. Right. And hopefully in the next couple of weeks we'll have our home. Then we'll change the branding on our van. On our tour van, we'll have the channel on it that we're going to be on.
That freaking van is badass.
Yeah, it's brand new. Just popped the cherry on that thing Wednesday.
That thing's sweet.
So yeah, we're in Decatur tonight, which we can't really promote it because this is going to air later. But we have a location that is a comic invasion site here in Decatur.
But it seems like you're
Every month.
You're
Once a month.
around enough drivable from here.
Yes.
Enough.
Right. But what I was telling your listeners go out way beyond Decatur.
Oh, yeah.
But in Decatur, it's at the Golden Fox Brewing, which we'll be there tonight. The show is sold out. But if you want to come over, Nick, we get you in. You probably have to be at the bar or something, but we'd love for you to come out to see what we do.
Oh, yeah.
But we have locations, and we're talking to new ones all the time, but we've got Rolla, Missouri, Collinsville, Illinois, Madisonville, Kentucky, Marion, Illinois.
How long does this tour go?
It's infinity. It's
ongoing.
It's ongoing.
you're just
We're
going.
picking up new locations all the time, picking up new tour dates, and like I said, usually the first time we're at a location, I'll headline that show. And then after that, we bring in guys from the road, guys from the Funny Bone and different places will come in. Like I'm here tonight headlining, and then next month it'll be Will O'Donnell and Michael Anthony, which are two like Funny Bone guys that'll be here. Last month it was J.C. Sabala, and I can't remember who he was up here with, but he was JB. Yeah, JB
Oh,
Buchanan
you're
was here.
saying so they'll be in the tour will come back through, but it'll be different comics.
Comedians, right? Yes, we will be in Decatur, for example, once a month at Golden Fox Brewing.
Oh, I got you.
And so once a month at Golden Fox Brewing, it's Comic Invasion Night. And it's comedy night. So we're bringing in different comedians. I was here in October and did a show with Will O'Donnell. And that was one of the first times we did Decatur, and it wasn't, we didn't have a huge crowd. But tonight we're sold out. Last month in February we were sold out here. But the shows are quality. We bring in some really nice comedians, and David is our tour manager. And that means that he finds new locations for us to go into to invade, and then he also usually runs the show and MCs the shows and stuff, and performs, does his time.
Yeah, Dave. So how's that work? How do you go about? So do you guys ever go? Do you ever go to a Helium or a Funny Bone, or do you go in, or is it like you
really
strictly hunt down new
it's really
venues?
not our model because it all started with, like I said, the idea of the TV show is kind of going into small town America, meeting the
Places that
people.
don't have Funny Bone, really.
Yeah. So bringing that
Uniqueness
comedy to there. So it's just a different lane, where we're our tour kind of mimics the show. We're going to small town America.
So you look ahead, find.
So we're bringing the Funny Bone outside the city to a place like Decatur.
Yeah.
Because you don't have a Funny Bone, right?
Right. We don't have anything like that.
Right. Don't have anything like that. So
what's your process of finding the venues, I guess would be my question.
A lot of times just doing searches, seeing, trying to find venues that are, maybe they've done a comedy show before, they've tried to do a comedy show, or maybe they're doing music.
they have a stage,
like
they've got the right atmosphere for it,
and venues that seem like they really enjoy and like to promote things, because it's got to be a joint effort with us promoting it.
We refer to them as our venue partners because it's a partnership.
Yeah, if you guys are going to continue to come back, then
I'll give you an example. In September, how many did I have? Like 40 plus locations. I had like 40 locations in September, and we whittled it down to like a dozen because we had some venue operators that weren't good partners. They weren't pulling on the rope with us. They weren't helping us promote it because it takes you. It's not like a lot of things. You bring in a guitar player and it doesn't matter whether there's 10 people there or 100. But with comedy, you got to have a full house, and so the venue owners have to help promote it.
Well, I mean, with social media, it is like if you're not from here, if the local place doesn't say, "Hey, this is what we're doing,"
because comedy's
then
more
nobody
expensive.
knows.
People don't understand that comedy's more expensive because if you go to a place this weekend and it's fun to do that, to listen to that guy play guitar, play covers or whatever, well, he's a local guy. You can throw him a couple $100. He's happy. He's got a day job and he's going out and playing at your local tavern on Saturday night. But these comedians, they're driving from. It could be Indianapolis. It could be St. Louis. It could be. I mean, we've brought them in from Chicago. We had a guy at the show in Marion on Saturday that was from where? L.A. Yeah, he was from like L.A. Yeah.
I don't even know that
don't even know that people bitch about a good time if it costs.
Well, I'm
You know
just
what I
saying,
mean?
yeah, you can go out and hear a local guy play guitar and have a great time and have a drink,
Yeah,
and it won't cost you anything. But
Right.
for comedy, you're going to have to pay $20.
Yeah.
Because these comedians have to have travel money, they have to be paid for a hotel room, and all
I just
that
think
stuff,
that's
yeah.
why you guys are sold out. Probably will be every time here, is because we need something to do
Yeah.
that's just right down.
Right.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
We're not big enough to support a
Full-time comedy.
Yeah,
room.
no way. We can't do it 3 nights a week.
It's hard.
Right.
Yeah,
but
it's
we
hard.
could definitely do it once a month. You know,
Absolutely,
you're just
people support it.
So
yeah.
I guess that's where my question comes in from on your end of it. Do you get to a point where you go, man, I really like the relationship we have with you, but we could definitely fill up 250 seats a month instead of 100. So, or is it like, well,
it just kind of depends on the venue.
It'd have to be a place that's sold out like 5 times in a row.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
Right.
Or there's sometimes we've done shows where maybe the first show, goes well, the second one doesn't. Yeah, you kind of have to build.
Consistency.
You have to build together, you know, if you're going to come back to a place. So,
Well, Golden
if their parking lot's packed tonight, we'll talk about it.
Here's the thing: Golden Fox is a good example. On Thursday, we had sold like 75 tickets, which isn't great. But then we sold another 25, and so it's sold out. But that tells me that's a perfect size.
Yeah.
Because we could have maybe sold 110 or 120, but it holds 100.
Yeah.
We'll keep doing it. I love Jim, the owner there.
Yeah.
Fabulous guy,
Yeah, good
really
guy.
cool.
Good place.
He's a great partner.
Yeah.
And so we would be really hesitant to ever move to a bigger place. It'd
Yeah.
have to be, and at some point we may find a bigger place in Decatur for like one show, where we do just like one big show,
Sure.
and the Golden Fox sponsors it and
Yeah.
maybe sells beer at that
Yeah,
venue.
yeah.
And we,
It's a good idea.
I could see us doing that.
Yeah.
But I'm very loyal to our venue partners that are good to work with.
Yeah.
And so, it would be real tough. I would probably stay loyal to Jim and have him connected to whatever shows we do in Decatur from going forward, I think. Yeah.
So do you have other places on your circuit? Is that kind of what you have going now, is where you're making your laps, or are you hitting new spots too?
both. Yeah.
Oh, just your lap keeps getting bigger?
We just picked up
yeah.
3 spots on, last week we picked
I
up
mean,
3
there's some spots
new
where we might do a
locations.
monthly show at. It just kind of depends on the venue and where it is. There's no exact model. Well, yeah, some places we'll return to. Maybe some will do 4 shows a year there. And always looking for new spots.
If we've got
And you're booking venues and booking comics.
Right.
That can probably get tedious, I would imagine.
Yeah. It's but there is kind of my partner
It's a
Bryce
community.
and I talk about it's a small world, you know. People say that all the time, and then when you get into comedy and you reduce the world down to just people doing comedy, it's kind of a little network. It is kind of easy to find after a while. After you figure out how things click, you know, because there's good comedians everywhere.
Yeah.
You just got to find out, you know, they're not household names. People may not know about them, but they're performing all the time. They're performing every weekend. They're good. And that's who we go out and try to find.
And when the comedians work the rooms that we book and they have a good experience because they like working, we make sure they're paid, we make sure their rooms are run right for them.
Yeah.
Well, they'll tell the other people in the comedy community that they bump into, hey, if you're going to be
gonna
over
work
here,
for-
talk to David, talk to Jeff, because the rooms that they book are really solid rooms that are run right and they pay decent. So we'll start our phone will ring, and
Right.
it's a comedian, and we kind of check them out, see if they're good enough and what slot they should be in. Should they be headlining? Should they be featuring? Should they be opening? That kind of thing.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's what last night at the Decatur Civic Center, they had Basil, the old man
Basil.
that used to do Bullwinkle the Moose voice, and he was Jimmy the Greek on ESPN.
Okay.
He did Bob and Tom in the morning back in the day.
So he's a stand-up comedian.
Yeah. But he's
Really?
probably 60,
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's how old I am.
65.
Yeah.
Not the same.
Not to say, yeah.
No, and not knocking. Great.
Right.
No. A matter of
I have
fact,
a whole different energy.
But matter of fact, I'm going to even say this: he fucking killed it.
Mm-hmm.
But man, God bless who didn't fucking sell any. I mean, it was like the promotion to that was terrible, dude.
Yeah.
it's hard to fill a rig room like
But I
that.
mean, it was just like
crickets. Just like
Glad he got paid before he showed up.
Yeah.
I mean,
he might have done a door deal. I don't
even
know
was like-
who brought him in.
He even was like,
yeah.
he
So
made,
it holds
he,
like-
he actually
Does it hold
he-
2,000?
He,
How many
played,
people does
he
it hold?
played it
Yeah.
wonderfully.
Yeah.
He sat that mic out to the side and was like, "Well,
I'll just go take.
gonna need
I'll just go
this.
out in the
Yeah.
audience and talk to you at
hey,
your table. Yeah.
you guys come on down here, please."
Yeah. Yeah.
So how big a theater is that?
No, it was over. Okay,
Convention
you're not
center.
familiar. So it was at the Civic Center, but they have like the fuck, what are they called? Like these rooms where you would do like plays and
Okay.
shit, to where you walk in and the seats go like this,
Oh, okay,
like where
so-
you would do a show or a
you
play or a-
sold there's like an 800 seater or something.
No, maybe 300 seats,
Oh
200
my!
seats,
And it was that empty. Yeah, that's not good.
65.
This was Basil.
Yeah.
Maybe he needs to switch his name to Oregano.
65 seats, maybe. Yeah.
Monticello. He should have played Monticello. That's the home of the Sages.
Right. No, so I looked him up, right? And it's like, oh shit, this dude's been everywhere.
Yeah.
He's done everything.
Like he was leaving.
He was bullwhipping
part of his
Bruce.
tour is like he said tonight he's in Ontario, and I'm like, so
Does
I
he
looked
fly
up,
out of
so I
Decatur
looked up
Airport?
who booked him, and it was the guy who.
The guy
who introduced him, which was, I guess, he used to be like Crackers Comedy back in the day.
That's Indianapolis.
Yep.
Right.
Jeff Wright.
That name sounds familiar. Was he a comedian too? Or was he the manager at Crackers?
Yep. Manager.
Okay.
And he tried to do a little comedy to open up, ended up just telling a life story. And so that Basil came out and roasted his ass. And that's what we all needed because we're like,
Right.
what the fuck is going on?
Hey, you know what, man? There's
Like,
nothing.
what just happened? You're
you're better-
killing me
yeah.
here, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like he started talking about his parents that passed away. We're like, of course they did, dude. You're fucking
What is this,
70.
Dr. Phil?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're 70.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
70, man.
This is a comedy show.
What do we fucking do? You know,
It's
Yeah.
it's time.
yeah. It was. You're damn near. What are we doing?
right,
yeah.
right.
But anyway, so
I wish we'd have came to town early to see Parsley.
he ends up. But no. I'll tell you what he did. He did well, but it was just like, okay, so
Sounds like he handled himself really well.
he did
because he's a professional.
and the show was good, but it was just like, man,
Hey,
did you just fucking use some of your parents' fucking death money
Right.
to pay this guy to come to town, and you forgot to promote the event?
It's a eulogy
That's
tour.
He was a
Anyone?
Greek dude. Basil was a Greek dude. The only people there were the fucking Greek people from Indy,
so
from
the whole place-
Chicago, and
the whole
from
place
Decatur.
smelled like euros. Huh?
Yeah, no,
So
I said all of them. There was like 9.
So like the place that
29.
showed up, the people that did show up were like fans. Where you said, like that
Fans, maybe. I wasn't gonna say family.
People
but
stopped
not-
in for directions.
He literally talked to most of the crowd there.
Hey, I've had those shows, man. I mean, he's a bigger name than I am. I'm just having fun with the whole thing because I've lived that.
Yeah.
I've lived
I mean,
that.
it was like
Yeah.
I was even like going like it's one of them where they're introducing him and you're going. I feel
Can I
bad
tell you,
for him,
Red,
bro?
Can I tell you a Red Fox?
Does he know what's about to happen?
Right.
You know, has he peeked out here?
Can I tell you a Red Fox story?
Yeah, go.
Red Fox is in Vegas, which of course he did Vegas because he was, a big name back in then. People don't know who Red Fox was. He was Sanford and Son.
Fucking
But he was
right.
this comedian, and his albums back in, I guess, the 70s were the thing. If you could get like a bootleg album of Red Fox.
Hell yeah.
Well,
He was
anyway, so
raunchy as fuck, too.
he's headlining one of the casinos in Vegas. And they do shows there. There'll be a 10 o'clock show and then a 2 a.m. show, right? He comes out for the 2 a.m. show, and there's like 6 people out there in the audience. And this is Red Fox. But anyway, the guy announces, now you've seen him on Sanford and Son. Please welcome to stage, Red Fox. And he plays,
Yeah.
that's the theme song. And Red Fox comes out, has a cigarette and a drink, sets him down, looks out. There's 6 people. He says, fuck this, and walks off, and they started playing. So he just walked the room. But so it happens to everybody, right?
Right.
I mean, I've had, I've had rooms
That's
where it's
the
just
make or
like,
break, though,
I mean,
I'd say.
New Year's Eve. 2 years ago, it was the New Year's Eve at the Lincoln Theater in Belleville, big theater. Nikki Glazer's done that room and different things, and I booked it, and we had a decent turnout. There was a couple hundred people there, but they had like oxygen carts. I mean, they were like the oldest crowd I've ever seen.
And you're like, here we go.
Yeah, here we go. It's a Geritol tour, right?
I know no one's going to be actually laughing so I can hear them.
I got something out of them. I mean, it did okay, but it was just weird because I go out into the crowd. I mean, all the time. Like tonight, if you come out and see me, I'll spend a third of the night out on the crowd, messing with people. I do characters, and then I'll introduce the character on stage, and I jump out in the crowd, and I assault the audience as the character.
I kind of seen that. Yeah,
right. And so I'm trying to go work this crowd at the Lincoln Theater, and I can't get through the walkers. There's like walkers and the freaking oxygen carts, and I couldn't get through there. I kept banging and clanging, and I had to do my, it was like the show for the deaf because half of them, had lost their hearing. But anyway, there was some
grave.
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
I can't imagine. Dude.
Everybody's had nights like Basil had last night.
That's what. Or even whenever it's like he does tell a good one and he's looking like, come on, are you guys fucking kidding me right now? Right? You didn't laugh. You guys are you paying attention? There's nothing else going on.
Right?
Yeah. I mean,
you got to have fun with it. I mean, I remember it was a late show somewhere. I was working in South Texas or somewhere I had an agent in Texas for years, and it was the second show, and I look out and I think there's 6 people.
Oh yeah.
4 top sitting at one table and the 2 tops sitting at the other table, and I just pulled up a chair at their table and just talked to them for an hour. Had a great time. Well, and those people, while I left there and goes, you got to see Jeff back. It was great.
Hey everyone, before we dive back into this episode, I want to take a moment to shine a spotlight on one of our amazing sponsors, Clean Cut Painting and Handyman. If you're looking to refresh your space or tackle that long-awaited project, this women-centric company is here to help. Clean Cut Painting specializes in a wide range of services, from stunning interior and exterior painting to small construction projects, room remodels, deck staining and flooring. They truly have expertise to transform your home into a beautiful sanctuary you've always dreamed of. And guess what? They have some fantastic promotions running this March. If you book any interior painting project for March or April, you'll receive an incredible 15% off. It's a perfect time to give your home a fresh look just in time for spring. If you're thinking of sprucing up the outside of your home, they've got you covered too. You can enjoy 10% off exterior painting projects under $5,000. If you're planning on a larger project, get ready for a jaw-dropping $1,000 off anything over $5,000. So whether you're looking to enhance your home's curb appeal or make your interior pop, Clean Cut Painting and Handyman has you covered. Visit their website or give them a call today and take advantage of these amazing offers. Remember, when you choose Clean Cut, you're not just getting a service. You're supporting a company that empowers women in the industry. Now let's get back to the episode. Hey everyone, if you're on the market for custom apparel, look no further than Oakwood Screen Printing. This company specializes in all things screen printing, offering high-quality designs on everything from T-shirts and hoodies to hats and bags. Whether you're promoting your business, celebrating a special event, or just want to express your unique style, Oakwood Screen Printing has you covered. What sets them apart is their attention to detail and commitment to customer satisfaction. They use top-notch materials and the latest printing techniques to ensure your design looks vibrant and lasts for years to come. So if you want to make a statement with your apparel, reach out to Oakwood Screen Printing today. You won't be disappointed. If you use promo code BB217, that's right, BB for Beyond Business 217 at checkout, you will receive an additional 15% off online or in store. So that means ditch the custom ink link order, no matter where you're ordering from, and order your product online or in store from Oakwood Screen Printing using code BB217 for 15% off. Check out oakwoodscreenprinting.com for your next apparel order. Hey, if you're in the market for commercial properties in Central Illinois, look no further than Vuig Commercial Real Estate. With a dedicated team led by Tim Vuig and Cole Babcock, They'll bring unparalleled expertise and deep understanding of the local market to meet your commercial real estate needs. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, lease, or invest, Tim and Cole are committed to providing a personalized service and guidance every step of the way. Their passion for helping clients navigate the complexities of commercial real estate sets them apart in the industry. So if you're ready to take your business to the next level or find that perfect commercial space, reach out to Buick Commercial Real Estate. You can find them on all social media platforms at buickcommercialrealestate.com or give them a call at 450-8500. Trust me, you'll be in great hands. So, what do you think about, they're doing it in Austin, Texas right now, huh? You guys
Kill Tony?
Yeah, dude.
We're both fans. We talk about Kill Tony all the time.
And Joe Rogan built that club.
The guy that was there, the guy was at his club in Marion last weekend was from Kill Tony, right?
He's been on
Kill Tony, yeah. Sam Talent.
I'm familiar.
Yeah.
I literally watch all of them.
He sold out at Marion at his place, yeah. So,
my son is just 15, but we were talking about jumping on a plane because you can go down there for 3 or 4 nights and see like 7 shows.
Right, everywhere.
And
does he do that at Rogan's place, or has he got a different place?
No, he does now. He does it there, but when I actually was going to buy tickets, it sold out 2 seasons.
Yeah.
Like for like
immediately.
a year.
Yeah.
2 years.
2 seasons is a year, right?
Yeah, I mean 2 years in 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Like I knew they were about to go on sale because Rogan's spot opened.
He's selling out Madison Square Garden. That's a whole nother
So yeah, I guess,
we can aspire to like carry his wallet one day, but I
didn't even think about the part of course you can't just go. In my mind, I was like, we're just
I would think you could, but it's crazy how popular
like
you
can
can
even sit
get
across the street on Monday night.
Here we are. Here I'm trying to get on a TV network, and he's done all that without being on a TV network.
But you know what?
He's done it all through social media.
If you're down there, you better go put your name in that bucket and sit across the street on Monday night.
Yeah.
Take your step. I bet you I would. I don't even got a fucking joke.
Yeah.
I'll be like, somebody give me a fucking joke. Just
if I was down in Austin,
I'd be like, give me
Texas,
your best fucking 60 seconds, and I'm going to say it was yours if they call me and it works.
Yeah. Here's the thing: a lot of the comedians are not. I mean, they're oddballs. Is what he likes.
Question.
He likes the characters, the odd characters.
The interview.
A guy like me would probably like not go over well with him, but I'd be good on the panel because I'm a super smart ass.
It's all about how the interview goes.
Yeah.
Smart ass not necessarily work.
No, but if you're on the panel, it does.
Oh yeah, for sure. Oh yeah.
But if you're in the hot seat, it works, and sometimes it doesn't work.
Yeah, you got to fucking something's got to be a little bit off. Dude.
Yeah. But I've been in Austin many times. Keep it weird. You land in Austin, and everything in the airport says, "Keep it weird, Austin." Yeah. It is a weird place. It's different down there. That's for sure.
I sure want to go fucking check it out, dude.
Well,
there's nothing to do there.
We're fans
at this point.
We're definitely fans of Kill Tony. Yeah, we love that whole thing, and I came up with a concept, and I think we're going to try it at the Marion Club. Is Don't Quit Your Day Job. I'm going to bring back the name of that show, and it's going to be similar. And I thought of it before Kill Tony really took off, but it was called Don't Quit Your Day Job, where we will go to open mic nights at places.
It's a good idea.
And film the locals, the amateurs that are trying to get involved and have some fun with them.
Yeah.
And kind of it would be a little similar to Kill Tony, but not the same. Yeah. But that was an idea that I had for a show a long time ago, was go to these open mics, because you'll see some wild stuff at open mics.
Dude,
people going up. You can have people go up and they're doing their comedy, and you're like, what planet are you from exactly? Because what you think is funny. Like you said, the guy went up and talked about his mother and father passing at 100 years old. And he was like broken up about it, you know.
Right.
Which you could take that and make it funny. But obviously he was just up there trying to
kill time.
He was venting.
He was going like this. He was walking over. My son was with me, right? And
he was 70? Probably low T.
He's looking at me, and I'm looking at my son, and I go, is he going over there to the top of that stool and reading? And he goes over there. Anybody seen the show Dave Letterman? And my son goes,
God,
yep.
You're kidding me.
And who is Dave Letterman? I go, fuck, I knew you were going to say that.
David Letterman's a genius, but he's been out for 20 years.
Because you're 15, bro.
Right. Dave Letterman retired 15 years ago. He was the king of late night.
But
But you know what? You know what Andy Kaufman did one time. I tell all these stupid stories, but you know Andy Kaufman. You familiar with him? Mm-hmm. He's the guy that came out on the first Saturday Night Live, and all he did was he stood and had a record player and put the needle on, and it played the theme from Underdog, and he stood there until they got to the part where it says, "Here I come to save the day." Yeah. Well, another bit that he did that is not as well publicized, but he went on stage and said, "I'd like to read for you tonight The Great Gatsby," and started reading at page 1. So at about page 3, people are laughing because they think it's a bit. He reads the entire book until the last person in the audience walks. So it took him like 4 hours to read the book. And some people hung with him. And then when the last person would leave, he would close the book and walk off stage. That's balls. That's balls. Like, I could never do that. And people are booing him. I want my money back.
Yeah. Stage,
yeah, my God. He did that, though. He did that.
Leave after page 1.
Well, they said Dice used to go up there and just pause an audience out till they would leave.
Yeah.
Just walk up there.
Norm Macdonald was famous. Norm Macdonald was famous for if he went out in a club and killed, which Norm probably did most of the time. Because Norm's a genius, right? But some audiences just didn't. You could see where some people would not get Norm, right? Not smart enough, not hip enough to get Norm,
and didn't like him going in.
Right. So when he'd work a club, and he's famous for this, and he killed and did really well. Soon as his set was over, he'd disappear, and you'd never see him.
Right.
When he would bomb, he would go to the door and greet people as they were leaving. The audiences that hated him, he wanted to he'd stand right there at the exit. He just loved it to irritate people.
Like, I just fucking suck, right?
Yeah, that's the way it goes, though, man. When you get to when you're making super famous like that, and you're making that kind of money, sometimes you just want to be a bad boy and just screw with people. So. Yeah,
it's off. Okay, well then, if you're a comedian for a living, you've been that.
Yes, I was that before, and then I raised a family, stopped to raise a family. I worked for a short period of time in public relations for the National Basketball Association, Jim Beam. And I would tour for them, Miller Brewing Company. I'd go around the country and host events for those companies. I was on the radio for a while, but I had to get off the road because I had young children.
Yeah.
And then finally ended up in the restaurant business, and I sold all those a couple of years ago, and then now I'm back with the TV show and the comedy tour. And Dave, was it 3 years ago? You sold me a roof. He was working for a roofing company, and he's going to tell that story now. He can tell that story. Yeah.
So that's how I actually. Did comedy the first time when I was 48 years old, so I got a late start.
Or you had sex for the first time at 49?
Yeah, well,
that's what I thought.
Yeah.
And that was when you switched up, went to the left hand?
Yeah. Before we got here, Jeff's like, "You're gonna have to do most of the talking when we get in here. I'm worn out. Now I can't even get through my story, man." But I was I'd done a couple open mics. Waited till I was 48 years old to do it, right? So I finally do it. Do my first open mic, and it goes okay. It didn't go great.
Where was it
this
at?
was in Carbondale, Illinois.
And just random bar?
There was a guy that was running an open mic at the time.
Hangar 9?
No, it was at the Varsity.
Oh, okay.
So what, a comedy club?
No,
it wasn't a comedy club.
Old theater.
It was old theater. And they had an comedy open mic there once a month.
And you were just a comedy fan, and you're like, "Fuck it, let's go."
I mean, I had thought about doing comedy, and that's just where you start. You do it, So I thought about doing comedy most of my life. But I never did it.
You just finally got the balls.
Then I was
and said,
48, and I'm like, I got to do it, right? I mean, I got to stop thinking about it and give it a try.
Yeah.
So, do my first open mic. It goes okay. I didn't kill it. Didn't bomb.
Didn't freeze up. Nothing.
And I was like, that was all right. So. Next month, went to the open mic, did it again, same thing, and I thought, all right, I'm doing this, right? I waited until I was 48.
Told a couple different jokes this time.
Yeah. Doing all right. And then the next month was the start of the COVID shutdown.
Oh.
So then comedy was just over. So, I tell people, I waited 20 years to try it, and then, right as I start, it's over. Comedy's over.
Got the rug pulled out from under.
Did you attempt any of the social media?
No, because I just hadn't been doing it. I mean, I had only done a couple open mics.
I mean, Norm Macdonald tried that, and it was not good.
I had, I wasn't, like I said, I was just
I barely had even got a laugh.
Yeah.
So, open mics start coming back after COVID, and I really just wasn't it's like I'd never done it before.
Right.
So I was like, I may do it again someday, I may not. I'm not sure. I tried it, whatever. And then I was in roofing sales, and I went to sell Jeff a roof.
Right.
So he starts telling me that he's getting ready to get back into comedy, and he's going to do this show. At
Just
his
random
steakhouse.
conversation, or did you know that he did that?
We might have been
was
talking
trying
about.
to sell him a roof like that was up. He needed a new roof, so we're talking.
I think maybe you said, "What are you up to? What are you?" And I said, "Well, I'm planning. I've got some shows. I'm getting ready to plan on go back to the stage." I told you about what I'd done in the past, and that really got you kind of got interested then.
Yeah. Well, and then I just brought it. Now we got something in common. If you're in sales, you want to where you have in common. I was like, I did a couple open mics before COVID, and then Jeff's like, well, you can open this first show I'm doing. And I was like,
you're like, I need a spot filled.
Yeah.
Well, MC, he could go out and do some time, but I'm a very inclusive guy. I mean, if you say, hey, I always wanted to try comedy, I'd be like, come out tonight. I mean, I'm very inclusive. I kind of let things loose with what I like to do, keep it fun and include people,
So, that's just kind of how I got started doing shows. And,
obviously you came out and it went well.
Yeah.
He did.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I think you did the Dare stuff that first night, and it was funny.
I did well enough,
Yeah.
Well enough to keep going. It's just how it is.
And that was probably 2.5 years ago or something like that.
Well, so now you get to get your fix of getting on the stage for enough.
Right.
But then behind the scenes, you get to keep the wheels turning.
Right. Yeah, I'm not at there's kind of different level openers and feature acts, which in comedy, you'll, do 20, 25 minutes, and your headliners, doing 45 to an hour.
Yeah.
So I don't have enough material. I'm not on that level yet, but that's just.
He's on the threshold of being a feature. He just needs to get more attempts at that. Because right now he's doing 10, 15-minute chunks. Once he does 25 minutes at a time and does that a dozen times, he'll be ready to go out and feature. Because I've seen him do 2 different 15 minutes, and both of them were pretty good, really good. Made me laugh, so that's good. Yeah, but so we get to work together now. And now he was quit the job selling houses, and he's selling comedy, and he gets to go out and hone his craft too. And he did through open mics, and something that's kind of weird about
riding around with Jeff in a van it's work.
It's work.
Yeah. I haven't exactly quit.
I can't imagine. It's probably really quiet.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But I actually never did an open mic. I might be one of the only comedians I just never did an open
just
mic.
Went up with material.
It was just weird. I mean, in high school, I did some original. In grade school, I was doing like impressions of comedians at the talent shows in 3rd grade, 4th grade. I'm doing Cheech and Chong,
and
stuff.
Like
which was
you're doing bits from their bits.
And this is like 4th grade, 5th grade.
Yeah.
I didn't realize why Cheech and Chong was so funny. I just thought they were funny.
Yeah,
I didn't know they were stoned.
Right.
But the teachers were just laughing because I'm up there doing a Cheech and Chong impression. And then in junior high was the first time I was at a talent contest, a talent show. I went up and did original comedy. And I didn't do stand-up. I did sketches. I'd write these little sketches, and then I'd act them out in these commercial parodies and stuff. And that kind of got me hooked a little bit, and I did that through high school. But then I got away from it and got into business, right out of college, and then moved to Orlando, Florida to be a golfer, okay? And that I was not near good enough or rich enough to make that work. But some buddies down there taught me into entering a competition down there, like funniest person in Central Florida. And so I auditioned for that contest and ended up winning that contest. And one of the prizes was I got an agency contract. So I had never done anything, and I was out on the road working and getting paid, which is unheard of in the business, right? But the agent that had me sign with him didn't know that I didn't have any material. I had one bit that was just, it killed. Every time I did it, it destroyed rooms.
Right.
But it was 5 minutes.
And
right?
that's it.
And so next thing you know, they're like, oh, you're going out and open for Ted Lyde, who was actually a pretty decent sized comedian. You're going to go on the road with him, and you got to do 25 minutes. And I've got maybe 5 or 10 minutes of material. So, but I faked it until I made it, right? And so, but yeah, that's how I got started. But the first bit I ever wrote was, my buddies and I would watch pro wrestling, right? And so that's what won me the contest was this bit. And I always loved Randy Macho Man Savage.
Yeah.
So when it was time to to audition for this contest, I'm like, what am I going to do? Well, people laugh at me doing Macho Man, so I'll do Macho Man. And I was living in Orlando. I said, well, what if Macho Man took on Mickey Mouse in like a tag team title match, right? So I'm up on stage, and it's Macho Man and the Tasmanian Devil versus Mickey Mouse and Goofy. And I'm doing all the voices, and I'm doing all the characters and the costumes and everything. And Mickey, furry little bastard, And then Mickey comes out and goes, Savage, you motherfucker, And I'm doing this in Orlando, and the audiences are going crazy. And so that's how I kind of took off with it. And I did the road for like 10 years, where I was on the road, 3-4 weeks a month, and then started having kids and kind of got away from it for a while. So, and then 2 years ago, I sold the restaurants and kind of jumped back in with both feet with a vengeance.
He kind of fell into it, then
58,
jumped into it.
Right, yeah. So, David's and I, it's working out pretty good so far. Yeah. We're picking up a lot of rooms, and the rooms are selling. Tickets are selling, but that's what happens if you run the room right. You bring in the right comedians. You have the right owners, like Jim at Golden Fox tonight, and it can be a successful thing. There's nothing worse than a bad comedy room, and there's nothing better than a good comedy room.
Right.
And sometimes it's the owners don't understand how special your business will be if you can pull it off.
Right.
Because, yes, live music's great. Don't get me wrong. I love live music and drinking and all that, but there's a special energy when you have a room full of strangers that are laughing at the same time hard, like laughing hard.
Right.
It's a whole different sense than watching a local cover band or something. And if you don't get that as an owner, then you're not going to appreciate what we are doing. Right. Yeah. But Jim appreciates it and did right from the jump street. He loves what we do. He respects what we do, and we respect what he does, because I've run bars and stuff. I know how hard that is.
Right.
And so it's a good union, and that's what Dave's out doing. He's trying to find places like that, and we found 2 or 3 last week, and we're just continuing to grow that.
So do you guys go? Is it just weekends, or is it during the week too, or?
Yeah, mainly weekends.
It's hard. I guess it's kind of hard during the week, right?
So it's hard to sell tickets unless you're in a larger area. Because most people in the small towns aren't going out on Thursday and Friday. Not enough of them.
Yeah,
they're going out on Fridays and Saturdays, and that's where we, kind of make our money off of that. But when we're out filming the TV show, we'll go out and film like on Thursday.
Sure.
Sometimes.
I figured it would be just Friday and Saturday, but hell, I didn't know if it was ever a...
Well, see, back when I started in the early 90s, late 80s, no, man, there were clubs going 6 nights a week.
Right. They
might be dark on Sunday or Monday, but I can remember completely going out, telling the wife I'm leaving on Tuesday, and I'll be back on Sunday.
Right.
But now most comedy clubs, even the ones in the city, are going 4 nights a week, or maybe open mic night one night and 4 nights with the pros.
I'm going to say, COVID made everyone adjust their schedule, period.
Well, COVID, I think, kind of saved comedy. Comedy wasn't strong going into COVID,
right?
But it got hot coming out of COVID. I think it did. Matter of fact, the numbers will back that up. But people got ready for that in-person experience again because they were so, burnt out on. But before that,
people needed to laugh.
They did, and they needed to get out
and each other.
There's a difference between watching a comedian on your phone and watching one live in person.
Yeah.
You get to when you go live in person, you get to see him work.
Crowd feel.
There's a difference between jokes and work.
Yeah.
Like people tonight will get to see how Dave, myself, and Ryan see how we work.
Yeah.
Not just hearing the jokes, but there's a different feel to experiencing it live. But in the late 80s was the boom. You could put a comedy club in Decatur. I bet you Decatur had a every week comedy club in the 80s or 90s. But
it did.
Yes, it did.
It did. At night, it was, I don't know, the Holiday Inn, that's not even the Holiday Inn anymore.
It was probably Comedy Zone?
It was, Sports Zone that had a
comedy
night.
Okay.
It was the Comedy Zone on Wednesday nights, and it was packed. Couple hundred people.
Comedy Zone was my home club
Wednesday.
in Orlando, and they had gigs all over the place. But then that was the late 80s, early 90s. I got into it right as it was starting to go on the other side.
They were flying comics in for that
night.
Exactly.
Yeah,
for Wednesday night.
And then country music got hot in the mid 90s, and comedy cooled off. And now it's hot again. It's not as hot as it was in the late 80s, but it's hot again. It's popular again. Guys are selling out arenas left and right.
Yeah.
It's crazy how many tickets are being sold.
Oh yeah. Well, that's good. I mean, People need to do shit. Interaction is good, man.
And then the woke community tried to kill it.
Yeah.
And now the woke, I think comedy survived that. But there was a couple of years there where everybody was getting canceled for everything, and everybody, the woke
It's like,
community.
relax,
And
fucking idiots.
But luckily you had guys like Bill Burr who just stood up to all that and said, you know what, I'm going to say what I'm going to say.
If you can't laugh,
right?
Then, yeah.
But yeah, I ran into that a few times where I got, an audience decided that they were just not, they were going to be woke, and there was a certain group there, a special interest group there, and they weren't buying anything. There were, a bunch of angry women. They weren't going to buy anything I said. And, I had a few of those experiences, but overall, I think what's happened is the people that are woke and offended have finally got the message. Why don't you just not go to a comedy club?
Yeah.
Because you're going to be pissed no matter who's up on stage, and so that's helped a lot. I think that's helped.
Joe Rogan was like, you're taking your political insight advice from me?
Yeah.
Are you a fucking idiot?
You're right, yeah.
I'm a podcaster comedian.
Right.
Dumbass. What? Mm-hmm. I mean,
Rogan's a genius.
I say I do drugs.
Right.
That's what I'm admitting.
Right.
All the other shit, fuck it.
Yeah.
But that's what you can keep in your memos is with all the facts that I say. And it's like, yeah.
But I don't know if Dave noticed that or not, but a couple of years ago, the woke was really making a dent in comedy.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of comedians were getting canceled, and now they're...
He was one of them.
Rogan got canceled.
Yeah.
I know Louis C.K. did, maybe for good reason. He was probably, but I don't know. I didn't know that Rogan really got canceled. Did Rogan get canceled?
Yeah, he did. I was just trying to think.
What did he do? I mean, I can understand why. He's pretty, he's pretty right hand, he's right wing. And
there was a specific thing. I just was looking at it today, man.
I know he had his bouts with Carlos Mencia and different things about Carlos stealing and that kind of thing.
There was something specific.
I don't know.
Yeah,
but and Gillis, Shane Gillis I think he was about canceled, and now he's hosting Saturday Night Live.
Yeah.
Bill Burr, they tried, but Bill Burr's too strong.
The
man.
Tate dude.
He's
back now.
So, I don't agree with all the things that comedians say, and what I'll do is just don't go see them.
And they're not being serious. I mean,
if you don't like something, turn the channel.
Yeah.
I mean, Tom Segura is one of my favorite comedians, right?
Yeah.
Which he'd fit in here because he's bald-headed with a beard. I'm filling in for Tom Segura today, okay? But Tom, I'll listen to Tom a lot. And then when he gets into something I don't like, I will turn the channel and I'll go back to him later. I don't have to cancel him because he gets a little too out there with his sexual stuff. He gets really dark with some of that, and I'm like, you know what? I'm not here for that. And so I'll just tune it over to somebody else, and I mean, I can enjoy Seinfeld. I can enjoy Conan. I mean, I'm all over the board. I have a pretty wide variety of interests. With comedy goes. I grew up on comedy albums. My brother had comedy albums.
Right.
And when he was 7 years older than me, when he would go away to school or whatever, or to work, I'd break into his bedroom and listen to Cheech and Chong, and George Carlin was my
the man.
He was my guy.
Well, so I think so. Podcasting now, it's almost like that's why Hollywood has kind of went away almost. In a sense.
Television's dying
because there is no such thing as a celebrity. We now if we don't know you, then what the fuck? Why not?
Right.
Why haven't you been on Theo?
And all these big celebrities are jumping in.
Joe, why haven't you been on Theo? Why haven't we saw you? We need to meet you, or you are not real.
It's a different world. Back when I was growing up, you'd see the celebs on the Tonight Show, and there was Mystique. Yeah. And I kind of miss. I'm a nostalgic person, so I miss some of that. When movie stars were movie stars. But I understand times change. You gotta change. You gotta ride with it, or whatever.
Your own lane, man.
Yeah. But that's the nice thing. There's a lot of options, like you were talking about earlier. We came here to be a part of your podcast, but we want to learn how you've made yours to the success level that you're at.
Yeah.
So we're going to pick your brain here in a few minutes. And,
matter of fact, hey, so we'll actually wrap this up, but before we do, look right here and I don't know if there's you guys got a website or something people can look something up, and then we'll cut, but we'll sit right here and continue to chat.
Check us out on Pornhub.
Check Jeff
No
out
squirts.
He likes oil on his head. He likes
Jeff's
the oil on his head.
there. Jeff's on OnlyFans. If you'd like to be his first fan, he's
Yeah.
still waiting.
Only One Fans it's called. I'm on a different site. Only One Fan. Thanks, Mom.
Onefan.com.
One Fan. So what do you want us to say?
Yeah,
Do you have a
ComicInvasion.tv if you want to go check out the dates, the places we're going to be. It's got
You can see a
sizzle
sample
reel
of
there.
the TV show.
Yeah. If you go there, you kind of get a vibe for what it's all about. And you'll see the schedule and places we're scheduling shows. Or find us
We
on
don't-
Facebook,
right.
Comic Invasion.
We do Facebook quite a bit, but we're getting ready to. The podcast will start in April.
Yeah.
When we know what were you saying? We're going to be on Spotify? Where did you say?
I don't know.
You mentioned it in the car.
I said they do podcasts on Spotify. Yeah.
Is that a good place to
Yeah,
be?
yeah. If you'll be on Spotify, and then from there it'll be everywhere. But ComicInvasion.tv is where they can look at now to get a little taste and to get your up and coming shows.
There's an events tab on there. So,
There you go.
So, yeah.
And we have a what do you call the alien? Would he be our sidekick or would he be our little mascot?
There you go.
And he likes to say Probus on Facebook.
There you go.
Right.
All right. There you go.
You know,
Probe them on Facebook.
Yeah, that's right.
All right. Well, thanks for joining me on the podcast.
Hey, no
today,
problem.
guys. It's been a
Appreciate it
pleasure.
so much.
It's been fun.
All right, guys. Hey, check these guys out. I'm going to go see if they're really funny, but they seem
Hey.
like it's sitting right here. And you guys can check them out on ComicInvasion.tv.
And I'm opening next month for Basil.
He's this fucking guy. I want to take a moment to highlight our incredible Season 3 sponsor, Viewig Commercial Real Estate. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, lease, or invest, Tim and Cole are committed to providing personalized service and guidance every step of the way. Their passion for helping clients navigate the complexities of commercial real estate sets them apart in the industry. You can find them on all social media platforms at viewigrealestate.com or give them a call at 450-8500. Trust me, you'll be in great hands. And a special thank you to Tim and Cole for your unwavering support of the show. Hey everyone, if you're looking to transform your home with a fresh coat of paint or need some handiwork done, look no further than Clean Cut Painting and Handyman. From basement remodels to floor replacements and accent walls, Clean Cut Painting and Handyman is your go-to for all home improvement needs. So if you want to elevate your space, reach out to Clean Cut Painting and Handyman today. You'll be amazed at what they can do. And you can find them on all social media platforms or look them up online at cleancutservice.com. If you're on the market for custom apparel, look no further than Oakwood Screen Printing. If you use promo code BB217, that's right, BB for Beyond Business 217 at checkout, you will receive an additional 15% off online or in store. Check out oakwoodscreenprinting.com for your next apparel order.
Lessons learned, journey shared, good vibes and laughs, we're fully prepared. Brought to you by Viewig Real Estate. Let's dive deep, it's gonna be great. So grab a seat, don't miss the ride. Beyond business with Nick, let's take it in stride. Join the conversation, let's make it last. With stories and insights, we're having